Well, greetings again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michaelak, and the essential Steve Frazier.
That I guess. Thanks.
I just pulled that out of the top of my head.
Yeah, look at you being
3 microseconds before I said it.
Hi, everybody.
Well, we're doing our return to John Carpenter, which I've been dubbing the John Carpenter Cheese Fest.
This is.
We'll see quite how cheesy everything gets.
Well, we've done. I don't know what 10, 12.
The bulk of everything is done.
So what's left? All the not good ones.
A couple of scraps here and there. Some things are maybe a little. Some things someone probably haven't watched yet. So
here we go. Let's do some fun ones.
We're covering a 30th anniversary commentary for John Carpenter's Escape from L.A. So, guys, if you have your own copy of the film, we'd like you to get your timestamp to 0, turn your subtitles along to follow along with the film, and we'll get synced up with a countdown and get going. So, guys, in 3, 2, 1. Play.
I don't know how much cheese there is in this one.
The next one's got layers of it.
A lot of Mars cheese. They say the moon is made of cheese. No, it's Mars. It's coming later.
Yeah. But you can now pick up that thought you had 6 months ago when you said you liked this better than New York.
I did. I watched this 6 months ago, and I had never watched it before. And I watched it, and I was like, I think I kind of like this one more. So
brought by Deborah Hill.
This, I don't know. Let's see what happens when we analyze it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, as you know, Escape from New York is in the archives here.
Yeah.
And
you're a little hot and cold.
It's fine.
A little lukewarm on it.
I'm Luke. My guy, Steve Buscemi.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little Luke on New York.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I don't know. I went into this one. Jackie Brown there gets credit.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this can't be. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Everything could be worse.
We've done worse. Way worse.
But I went in, with an open mind, like I always try to do, and I was thoroughly entertained.
Okay.
So,
I mean, for the record, I haven't watched a film in a very long time. I mean,
no relation, by the way.
No. But I watched it plenty of times back in the day where I got to a point where I feel like it's kind of became an acquired taste for me and whatnot. I had like an old DVD, which was like non-anamorphic type of thing, so I didn't keep it around for terribly long once the Blu-ray and all that type of stuff came around. So I was like, I always kind of had a little bit of a thing like, oh, I don't like it quite as much. There's certain reasons I can definitely pinpoint why I don't think it's as aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, well.
With the visual effects I'm talking about.
Sure.
There's a major flaw in that regard. And there are things they could talk about as we go along on the whole film in that regard. And just, I mean, they entertained doing a sequel for years here on end, but things didn't really come together.
And this was partially Kurt Russell's idea.
Yeah, he was kind of pushing for it. I mean, by now, Kurt's a huge star. I would say mid-90s, he's a big star now. There's plenty of box office hits.
Right. He doesn't need anything, really.
Yeah, no, it's like post-Tombstone and anything else. I mean, piles of things he's done. This also sounds like Jamie Lee Curtis doing this like she did in the first film.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll get back to her.
Sure.
Yeah, here. Get back to the voiceover.
This guy's the president?
Oh, yeah. And, the earthquake thing is pretty topical. I mean, this is released in 1996, so we're 2 years after that big earthquake that hit L.A.
Right, the one that literally destroyed
got B-roll
everything.
For a new Nightmare, rented a couple of sets on other films at the time. Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy. And it kind of looked like this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if L.A. had been rebuilt by the time that they were.
Probably some freeways are probably still a bit here or there, I'd imagine.
I mean, they didn't look like this.
No, I mean, some of the stuff did. I mean, some of the stuff looks very. I mean, this is like miniature work. The miniature work, like they're doing there, looks exceptional.
And this is
the tidal wave looks like it's right out of the abyss.
Yeah, it's very. That was a very digital
Yeah.
tidal wave, tsunami, as it were.
Yeah.
And did they say why we did that? Why we moved from D.C. to Virginia?
He was being prophetic with his rhetoric or anything that this L.A.'s this Sodom and Gomorrah
Right.
thing and whatnot is going to sink into the sea, and then an earthquake happens, stuff like that. And they feel, I don't know. It's the film is over the top, so it's not being
okay.
It's definitely kind of going for a more extremist
and they
sort of antagonistic setups.
And then there's been this long-standing, and for those of our friends outside of the United States, there is a long-standing, I don't even know. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if conjecture is the right word, but theory, but it's tongue-in-cheek theory that there's going to be a giant earthquake. A giant earthquake is going to happen, and California is going to split off into the ocean and become an island.
Sure.
Because it is on several fault lines,
Titanic,
right?
Fault lines, all that stuff.
Hence the mountain range that sits right on the other side of it.
Sure.
So tectonic plates and all of that.
Yeah.
So there's been this long-standing kind of inside joke that.
Video game graphics.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. In '96, you weren't watching it in 4K.
No, but even on DVD, it was still apparent.
I don't know.
And if you're sitting in a theater watching this thing projected on film,
yeah, maybe. It's fine. It's fine. So they've kind of taken this idea and the joke about California becoming an island, and turned it into a movie, And so, what do you do with the island?
Right, and they set up the extremist president with the rhetoric and all that type of stuff, of religious views.
So it's not a prison, right? It's
just kind of a
exile.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm at least gonna go along and kind of talk about what everyone has kind of said about the film. They kind of have as a discussion point overall. Is that there's a lot of stuff like that thing. Okay, we're back on another island that's been separated from the rest of the rest of the society, just like the first film.
Right.
So it's kind of setting up the exact same kind of template or whatnot.
I love that he misted the cactuses. Go ahead.
Just the fact that, okay, we got another island where people are just being deported to for a reason, whatever the heck it is. So just template on top of template. So
is it the general criticism of the public or of Nick that...
I'm talking about
that it's just kind of a copy and therefore unnecessary.
A lot of the fandom, just the Carpenter fandom, is saying, like, it feels like they're just kind of retreading a lot of the same beats again instead of trying to find a new idea to kind of go for. We're just kind of transplanting from one coast to the next with a different... Instead of just criminals, now we're just kind of people who are not old true. I don't know. What word do you want to...
I don't know. I feel like you can do it and you can get away with it. Yeah. And it can be done well. I encourage you to dust off that copy of Twisters that I loaned you.
Yeah, I haven't got around to it.
Which is an identical film.
Sure.
They just took all the parts and mixed them up in a different order.
Yeah. I mean, I've said enough times, like, yeah, there's plenty of things that are formula, but if you have a good way of executing it,
right,
you can pull it off well.
And I think Twisters does that.
Okay.
It's entertaining as fuck. Yeah. And I think this is entertaining, and therefore I overlook...
Yeah.
The similarity / copy.
Yeah. So we'll get into it. I don't want to speak ahead of the film because, again, I didn't rewatch the film recently enough to really kind of say anything directly. I might recant myself later.
Oh, you can't recant.
It's just easier to react as I am instead of leaning on 20-year-old memories.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a movie star.
The fact is, I mean, even today, Kurt, aside from gray hair, he looks the same as he ever has. He's in the same shape. He hasn't lost a bunch of his hair.
No, he looks fantastic.
He could still just on a aesthetic level, I don't know if he could do the action still, stunts and all that.
Do we need Escape from something?
I'm just saying
a new Escape
that he still looks enough the part that he could step in and aesthetically still play the part if necessary, if he chose to. I think that ship's long sailed at this point in time.
There's electrocuting people in the hallway.
Because now they're planning a Escape from New York remake.
Yeah.
With Zack Snyder at the helm, so I don't know.
So do we have him do a small role in there as a wink and a nod? I mean, is that a thing?
I don't feel it's necessary. What's really to gain from it, really?
See, that's the problem that I have with remakes, and we've talked about this ad nauseum, is if you're going to do a remake, you can't just have it be
rehash
all
callbacks.
All callbacks, because you're trying to present it as a brand new idea.
Trying to cut it clean and start new.
Right. And so...
You can't be new if you're doing a bunch of old.
Exactly. The Nightmare remake. You can't just do the shot-for-shot, bathtub gag, whatever, because...
Yeah. What are you doing?
Right.
I saw this already.
Exactly. Tell me a new story.
Yes. Stacy Keach back from Body Bags for Carpenter.
Stacy Keach was the hair guy?
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He looks better here.
You think? You like him with a short cut?
Yeah.
High and tight, as it were?
Instead of trying to look like freaking over-the-hill Fabio or something.
He did look bad in that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at the mini-disc player.
Oh, yeah. That was a hot right now at 96.
I was going to say 96. The mini-discs were all the rage, weren't they? But look at this video technology.
Oh, yeah. Just pop up anywhere.
Yeah, this is kind of ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Air Force 3.
I mean, to be the devil's advocate thing, like I'm trying to be here.
Go ahead.
Again, we're dealing with another thing that involves the president. We're back on another Air Force 1, Air Force 3, whatever it is. So never hijack the plane.
But we're hijacking the daughter,
a lot of the exact slight remakes, but kind of just hitting a lot of the same very familiar beats. So you can see why people are going to have that kind of criticism. I think we're going a few too many things. We just feel like we're just doing the same thing again. Just with a new coat of paint, a lot more money. They gave Carpenter $50 million to make this movie. I think it's the biggest budget he ever got.
Well, it's got to be.
It made $42 million.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Well, that is not as big of a bust as the film he would make after this.
No, filming after this is Vampire.
Oh, okay.
Which, according to Carpenter, kind of broke even more on international box office, but no one seems to have numbers to report on that online.
I guess I forgot about Vampires being in between this one and Mars.
Had a fine time with.
You know, Vampires is fun.
Yeah, it's a good piece of work. It's a solid one. I mean, aside from the effects work, this still looks like a high budget, like at least a high gloss production type of thing.
Terrible. Cuervo Jones.
Looks like he should have his own tequila.
Oh my God. I haven't really been paying attention to the plot here. You might have to cue me in a little bit. So, did the daughter already go down?
I think so. Yeah, she's absconded to L.A.
on her own volition. She went.
Yeah, I
okay.
believe so. Yeah, she hijacked the plane, stole the thing, and went off to Jones with it.
Was that his? I was going to say, was that his reward in the first movie?
Yeah,
it was
basically,
a full pardon.
Yeah, you'll get a free pass.
It's interesting that he said, "I'm your president."
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a psychology there.
Oh, yeah, just trying to, like, exert his authority.
Is this... Am I remembering correctly? Because I haven't really been reading it.
What?
Am I remembering correctly that there's some sort of rule that he has been the president for like a long time? That two-term limit is gone?
Yeah, now he's like president for life.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's like a dictator, sort of. Okay.
I mean, 30 years on, some of this material has some resonance.
Are you saying?
I'm just saying there's some resonance in terms of, like, I'm not going to get too hot on things, but just saying there's a state of familiarity with the
Donald J. Trump
iron fist of sorts in the situation. My way or the highway type of thing, or what
There's a difference, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, back in '96, it doesn't ring as... It feels like much further away from it.
Sure.
Now we have a little bit more uncomfortable closeness to some of these ideas.
I would agree. I think there's a difference between...
Yeah, I'm just saying there's just something that has a... With as much turmoil as we have these days, this guy's rhetoric...
feels scary.
Seems a lot more prevalent in everyday sort of discourse, regardless of who it's coming from.
Sure. That's a nice little bit, right?
Yeah. Blitzing is an analog guy in this digital future, too, now. Even more so than the last film.
I kind of like that little...
Hologram gag.
And he's already been injected.
Yeah, he got scratched on the hand.
This guy's got more balls than our current president. Here's our James Bond Q moment here. Where
again, I don't want to keep harping on the ideas of a template in that regard. Like this beat follows on the same beat from the last film, but it's there.
Sure.
He gets coerced into an entire thing by getting injected by something. Then he's got a timer on his wrist, and he's got all he's going through the arm up sequence. Instead of a glider, he's going into a sub. So,
I just think this one's more entertaining.
Sure,
I mean,
we'll get there.
Even if it's the exact same story.
But I
think I like this one more. You know what I mean?
I'm just speaking for the general audience of people who levy criticism about the film. It just feels like you wait 16 years, and if you're sitting here in the theater, and you're about 15 minutes in. And it feels
and
like
you're
the
saying
same
I'm
film.
watching the same movie.
It just feels like the same film again. I will say the score on this thing's incredibly good.
Carpenter has
we got this theme in here for Snake specifically.
Carpenter tends to be very much the same.
Yeah.
With his bumps and his...
But this one's... That's more with the horror stuff. With the action stuff, it's a little bit different here. At least for this film. Because he also got Shirley Walker, who was regularly like Danny Elfman's like conductor, to work on the score and everything, and she did a bang-up job with Carpenter's work.
So did she get all the credit, or does Carpenter get...
Carpenter composed stuff, and she worked on it as well. So.
Okay, so it's a dual credit?
Yeah, type of thing, yeah. mean, like I'm saying, what is the location they got here? It looks real. It's got a production value to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think this is a set.
No,
this has got to be.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a location and everything, but at least it has a sensibility that you're in a real reality. I'm kind of foretelling thoughts you're going to have on the Ghost of Mars commentary.
Sure. Well,
in terms of production value.
There are definitely a lot of things in the Escape from New York that felt like just a set.
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Aside from like the opening scene when they're on the river there.
Yeah. I'm trying to pass off burned out St. Louis as New York.
Right, and just, a lot of that graffiti inside the buildings.
Yeah, it's not like that roof the Trade Center tower. Maybe look a little.
Oh, where Macaulay Culkin was in 2,
sure.
Yeah. And they're holograms again.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. That's even... See, I like that. They fooled him with the hologram, and then you think they fooled him with the hologram again, and it was...
Yeah, I was watching the interview with one of the visual effects guys, and he said they actually had, for the exterior shot of the sub here, they actually had a proper set piece for it. Carpenter didn't like it, so they completely replaced it in post with new effects.
So the sub is a completely digital or an optical illusion sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a completely new visual effect put on top of the old physical prop. Or whatnot, we want to call it. You say they didn't like how the hatch opened, so they replaced it all.
I guess
those are decisions you can make when you have $50 million.
Right, if he's in charge, right?
You're usually used to like $20 million is your max.
Yeah, even with like Christine, it was pennies on the dollar. I mean,
something. Yeah, I mean,
that was probably his highest one to date before this, because it was a studio picture.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of his budgets kind of fluctuated even into the 90s from like $8 billion to like $22 million or something like that. It was. I was trying to source this because I think I've mentioned it just offhanded whenever the topic of this film came up, probably in the New York commentary, saying like the effects look so bad because they cut out months of their post production, but I swear I heard that from someone. I'm pretty sure I knew who I heard it from, but I couldn't figure out where I heard it from, like a podcast or a video they did or something like that. So I couldn't substantiate the fact that they cut post production time of the film. It just seems like from the interviews on the Screen Factory disc that they just Buena Vista Visual Effects just weren't as experienced with computer graphics. They didn't quite have the ability to make them as good as some other effects houses, and even if you got $50 million, I mean, my thing is like in the 90s, if you're not Spielberg or like Cameron, you're not going to get the utmost highest end quality effects with digital effects.
Are you saying that they won't know how to hire the right people?
I don't know, just if they don't have the people who've got the skill and knowledge to really kind of do it that well.
Because those people that are out there are available to Jim Cameron.
They're probably working for Industrial Light and Magic or something like that, and they're probably working on 96, they're probably working on Independence Day, or they're working on Men in Black, or they're working on where the heck it is next that's coming up in the rotation. Like, they're probably working on much larger scale films with much bigger budgets.
Carpenter and his lesser millions are stuck to the B teams out there.
B and C teams out there that probably don't... I mean, the digital effects thing's only been around, really kind of broken through like the last 5 years before this. So, I mean, like, there's still people learning how to do it very well. And on top of that, you have to have the right software, you have to have enough hardware, you got to have enough...
Oops, there goes
You got to have enough of a workforce. I mean, again, Carpenter probably doesn't have as much time overall as, like I say, like you have with the James Cameron doing Terminator 2 or True Lies. You got Spielberg doing Jurassic Park, where he's got all this lead time and got all this time to actually make sure that everything gets done well, they probably have a moderate amount of time for pre-production and post-production, so
I suppose
they're kind of under the gun a little bit.
Jim Cameron and Spielberg would also have a much greater resume in the eyes of the studio.
And my thing is the budget too. They'd have almost double the budget
well,
what they're doing at
just
this point
based on their name is what I'm saying.
And the cloud, so they get what they need for it.
And Carpenter, like, I don't want to say that he is a joke,
revered, but he doesn't have the strongest box office track record.
No, in fact, most of his are losers.
In retrospect, that he's respected, not as much on the time.
In the moment, right?
Yeah,
right. He's not had these,
blowaway successes,
multiple hundreds of millions of, whatever. Like
in the last couple of films that really made any kind of profit, like They Live, Prince of Darkness, which were they're low budget hits, so they don't have to
profitable is different
they
than
might need
Jurassic
to make
Park.
$14-15 million. They're not scraping in. I mean, of course, if they're giving them $50 million, they're probably expecting to see them make a good 120 million at the box office.
Right.
And that's well above anything he's even getting anywhere close to making. I mean, they're probably banking on the fact that Escape from New York's been a solid home video hit, cable hit.
Right.
Kurt Russell's a big star. We can maybe bank on him getting. I don't even think Kurt. I mean, Kurt's been a solid track record of a lot of stuff, but I don't think he's made a mega blockbuster. Something that's made that kind of money.
Is there data out there about how much the original Halloween has grossed, made at this point?
Well, because I was doing my Halloween HBO TV cut video recently, I was looking at the box office of all the films, and that one made about $70 million. I don't know how much that's. I don't think that's adjusted for inflation. I think that's kind of just at the time it was released initially.
But then the home video and all the things since the re-releases, is Halloween his most profitable film? I guess is what I'm.
have to imagine.
That's what I was thinking.
Made the most profit at the time because it only cost $300,000.
Right, and then it made $70 million.
And it's probably made double what his box office take had, and it's been re-released a bunch of times.
Right.
And it always sells whenever you put out a new edition on disc or anything like that, so it just cooks all the time.
Well, right, and so that's what I'm getting at is, if Halloween is his most profitable movie and it's a genre picture...
Why they milk the franchise to death.
Sure. Well, look at that, the big boy there. Pro wrestler. And she's a pro something else. Lot of entendre here happening.
Yeah.
I know we haven't really been talking about the plot, but we are want to wander in our discussions.
These were relevant to the conversation of the film.
Look at those titty pasties. Obviously, this is not a set. This is...
Oh, yeah, probably locations.
Right.
For a fair amount of things.
Just crucified people on the...
And plus, you're doing $50 million from a major studio, Paramount. You're not shooting this thing in Vancouver. You're going to shoot in L.A. Because you get the locations. They'll look authentic to L.A. architecture, as kind of eclectic as it can be, diverse. But also cast a lot of local talent, so you can get all this extras and everything.
Look at the hair on this guy's arms. Good Christ. Guy's got Robin Williams vibes. Hershey. That wig is obnoxious.
Yeah.
To the point where I can't tell if the character is supposed to be wearing a wig or if that character is supposed to have that hair and it just looks bad.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's a wig.
Sure.
Does that character know it's a wig?
Sure.
Shitheel is a long forgotten... That's kind of an Indiana Jones
a little bit
thing there.
It just ain't got no time for you. new outfit he's got.
Yeah, this is good.
Trench and the old black.
Sunset Boulevard, love it. Yeah. Hollywood.
Couple punks.
Right. Some Cher cosplay back there. I like that. Like that. I look like that one Halloween. He's looking for Cuervo.
Yeah.
Because Cuervo's in cahoots with the daughter of the president, correct? Okay. There's a lot of good-looking extras in this movie. Look at all these characters. I wish we could just pause it for a minute and go frame by frame.
I mean, this already looks like way more extras than they had in the first film.
And it just feels...
So, I mean, it feels a more populated thing, because even in New York, there were times like, there's nobody on the streets, there's nobody here.
Right.
There's no one around for a place that's supposed to be populated by this massive...
Right. Criminals contingent, yeah. And the problem... Well, okay, so that's a difference, is that this is not necessarily a prison, it's just...
an exile for immoral folks.
Right. It's where all around
indulgent.
Right. So again, this goes to the budget, right? Because in New York, there wasn't money for all of these extras to populate.
There's just in the dollar. Yeah. I mean, this is a gigantic multiple of what they had in the first film.
I can't imagine, like, being a creative type and saying...
And it's $6 million on the first film, and now they got 50.
Right.
It's like a 9-time.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, doing something and then somebody saying, "Oh, well, do it again, but here's 9 times the amount of money to really go."
Yeah.
So, do you think that they looked at this more of a, like, Evil Dead 2 as a redo of Evil Dead?
A little polish up.
Right, like, hey, why don't we take another stab at it and
pump it up a little more.
And do it, quote-unquote, right.
Right,
this time.
Really have some freedom to do some stuff we might have just kind of had a pipe dream about before.
Right, and that's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah. So I saw some people kind of throwing that up recently as well. Looking through forums and everything. And like I mentioned before, like...
Ooh, that's a fun stunt.
When we kind of compare, like, New York up to Big Trouble in Little China, how when he had more money, he can stage action a little more dynamically. Instead of kind of like, he's got to throw it all on a Steadicam Pentaglide and just get a shot for, like, a good long while.
Right, you can do a multi-camera setup.
Now you can do different setups and angles and more elaborate stunts.
Like, this is a fairly elaborate car chase.
This is a big Hollywood sequence here. I wouldn't try doing this on $6 million. When you got a whole film to shoot with multiple effects and other sequences to do.
Well, not when these motorcycles cost a couple grand a piece. You know, like you got
motorcycles, multiple stunt guys.
That horse might cost $2 grand.
Pyrotechnics.
Horses aren't cheap.
Effects. I mean, on that level, this is just action-wise, it is a much more satisfying adrenaline shot.
I just think this is a more entertaining... Like, there's more going on.
Yeah.
Not the balls, whatever you call those things. What's the word for that thing? What do you call that? I know it's got a name, but I don't know what it's called.
Never heard it.
The old string and balls. These guys look like right out of Central Casting.
Oh, gosh.
This is very like a...
Oh, yeah, gunslinger. Yeah.
Like a Clint Eastwood Western style.
Oh, yeah. Snake definitely carries that kind of quality around. Here's the funny thing: is like, okay, you got him cornered with your guns at him. Why don't you just shoot him?
Right,
But they're
right.
probably a bunch of idiots too.
Shit like that never made any sense to me.
Sure.
It's along the same line of illogic as all the bad guys shoot all the guns and never hit anything, and the good guy takes one shot.
Yeah, pinpoint precise.
Right. And what a great day.
Yeah. I mean, Kurt does look like a superstar in this film, absolutely.
He kind of looked like a superstar in the last film.
Yeah. But you can definitely see, like, okay, yeah. You feel like he can kind of carry a film like this to a success in that regard. But, I mean, who knows? I mean, sometimes if you can generate enough interest for a big opening weekend, they can kind of carry you through a little bit, but you never quite know. You can never be entirely certain what your result's gonna be. I mean, they had like a big soundtrack on the whole thing, like White Zombie and a bunch of other acts, whatnot, putting in like music videos and all type of stuff. Just kind of like use that as like the promotional tie-in thing. So you think you kind of got a formula here that's going to generate interest for a summer release, but I mean, again, like I said, I mean, this got released about like a month after Independence Day, which was probably soaking up a lot of box office, a lot of screens, even a month in.
Yeah,
so
I think
might just get caught up in the wave of something else that's a lot bigger. It happens all the time.
Independence Day was certainly a juggernaut.
Yeah. And when you're placing out the release schedule, sometimes like you just don't know what you're in the path of sometimes.
Well, right, and you know, they might have been given like 4 dates, and they were like, here's what we have open.
Yeah.
And
we wanted a summer release, so we don't want to push it off to September in the quiet month where it feels kind of iffy what you're going to get. I feel like if you can get the big action film out for the summer release, you're probably going to strike it on the hottest point it's going to be.
I worked in the cinema for 13 years, and it was very apparent to me by the end that the dates mattered.
Yeah.
And you could tell how a movie was going to do based on its release date. And typically, the worst weekend of the entire year
Labor Day
was the weekend after Labor Day.
Weekend after Labor Day.
So, like, if you knew that you had
Kids are back in school, it's not going to be quite as outing. People are just kind of...
People want to save their money.
They've kind of blown it.
Summer's
on
over.
On the vacations, they're kind of going out on the boat and everything, where the heck it is. So they kind of like just chill out at home and watch them reruns.
If your release date, if you watch a trailer or a poster comes out and it says September 10th, September 17th, somewhere in there, you go, this is a piece of shit movie. And you knew right off the bat that it wasn't any good because somebody pushed it to the shit time of year. The other one was always like mid-January.
Oh yeah, January.
Because
January became notorious as the bad horror movie dumping spot.
Yeah, well, that became Valentine's Day fodder because all the people went on date night to Valentine's Day, and they wanted a good, oh, I'm afraid. Let me hold me.
Surely.
That whole thing. So,
yeah,
but I would argue there have been some fucking bangers that came out in January over the years, particularly action.
There's a couple action
horror,
films. And Taking God's Eurus released in January back in like 2009 or something like that. That was a hot hit. And there's been quite a few other things, like even that about Carpenter stuff. The Assault Precinct 13 remake came out in January of like 2006 or something like that. And that was a good film. We covered it.
Right.
I think it did well for itself.
So it kind of became one of those things like, because everybody knows if you're in it for Oscars or clout or you're serious about a movie, you release it in November, December. So if something gets pushed to January, you're like, oh, this wasn't good enough to compete with the big boys. So it's going to get pushed.
Yeah.
who's in charge here? Like, can't the president just say, hey, can he go rank and say,
Sure,
end it right now?
Good.
You got this operating room.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? And this is my French girl from Rain Man, right?
Okay, I've never seen Rain Man.
Rain Man's one of the greatest best pictures of all time. Maybe she's not French, I don't know.
He's playing a Latina here.
I'm pretty sure this is my girl from Rain Man. She played the Tom Cruise love interest.
Not a bad role to have.
Rain Man is fucking brilliant. There was a long time that I claimed it to be my favorite movie.
Okay.
It's probably
like
still.
Gary Busey.
It does.
Just every day, Gary Busey.
Well, sure. Yeah, there's no makeup.
There's Bruce Campbell.
Who looks like he's had a lot of plastic surgery.
I guess they're having Rick Baker on this film instead of Kane Being, it seems like. Because one of the makeup effects guys saying that he was working with Rick Baker on this stuff.
And Rick Baker has won Oscars before, I assume, right?
I think so. I'm pretty certain he did somewhere.
Did Rick Baker...
For American Werewolf.
Yeah, I believe he did. That's what I was going to say. I think he won the Oscar for American Werewolf, yeah.
He was working on a ton of stuff, but that's his kind of the most prolific thing. There we go. They interviewed Bruce for the Scream Factory disc, and he seemed like he had a nice time with the film and everything, and he had to sit in the makeup chair for about 4 hours, I think it was.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, he looks like...
Yeah.
He's right out of today's Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, some Botox overload. Cheekbones.
Yeah, he's got that kind of Frankenstein...
Yeah, stitching.
Yeah.
Too bad his
Good
screen
move.
time's so short.
Look, I love the lips and everything on this nurse. She looks like a cartoon character.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess is the point of all this,
Yeah,
right?
it's all extreme. It's satire. We're definitely like... In the first film, I don't know if you can call much of what they did with New York a satire. They didn't really do that much with, like, New York culture.
Other than the cab.
The cabbie, the theater stuff, it wasn't like they were kind of like playing anything up. This one's definitely heavy on being a very heavy satire of
Hollywood,
Los Angeles, and general Beverly Hills. Just like the fact is, there's a lot of culture out there, a lot of different cultures. You can play with Beverly Hills, you can play with Hispanic culture and various other things, all things all over the place.
Tent City and Skid Row kind of,
yeah,
you know.
There's so much in Hollywood. I mean, I've heard if you want to go on Sunset Strip, it's kind of a dump anyway.
I've heard that. I've heard it.
It's not.
It's not glamorous
at all. There's a bunch of hucksters and stuff like that. You don't want to go there. That's not where you want to go. So there's a lot of eclectic things. Of course, I mean, Carpenter's been in the thick of it for long enough. He knows how to play up all that type of stuff. Well, the first one kind of relied on more input from Nick Castle about New York stuff overall, so a little more secondhand for him.
And Nick Castle did get some sort of creative credit.
Probably characters based on, so on.
That might have been it, because I want to say it was Carpenter and Deborah Hill and Kurt Russell that got credit for the screenplay.
Yeah, I think it's the only one Kurt Russell's ever had a screenplay credit for.
I mean, it really does kind of... It's making sense now that here he's got some downtime in his schedule. He says, "Hey, John,
Yeah.
what if
Let's get the whole gang back together, you, me, and Deborah.
what if I talk to my studio people? We got us some money.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and
Cook something else.
let's try it again.
Yeah.
With a little more flair.
panache.
Yeah. And obviously we can't go back to New York. Like, we can't just redo the same.
No.
So let's take all those ideas that we had."
And Kurt's been acting since he was a kid, so he's been in Hollywood for decades now. So, I mean...
At this point,
They know the culture like the back of his hand.
Yeah, I mean, he was in those Disney pictures when he was 9 or 10.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, if there's one thing they're going to go after, it would be this. To play it up more. Because if you did something that, wherever else you dropped it to, if you didn't do as much satire, then it's just kind of a straight action film. And it doesn't have anything to kind of differentiate itself in terms of any kind of ideology, content, whatever the heck you want to throw at it. Personality. I mean, the first one did kind of rely a lot on the actual characters you're encountering with Brain and Cabby and Adrian Barbeau and everything, and Duke of New York, to kind of give it some kind of flavor to it.
And some of those characters are a little, I don't know if they're just more iconic than these characters. But I just think this is the overall, some of the parts I think I like more on this.
Well, if they hadn't done New York before, and this was their first snake plissing outing,
right?
This one might have the better reputation.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the other one, like I said, became such a cult favorite over the birth of home video and HBO and Cinemax and everything like that. Really kind of like, people just become very familiar with it. Became like an old, reliable favorite or whatnot, just to throw on here or there and see it, and maybe a revival screen and stuff like that. And you go along 15 years later, and you have a different set of expectations going into this one about whatever it is. So,
yeah, I imagine
without the first one, this feels more fresh.
I imagine that there was definitely a sentiment that this was going to advance the story way more than it does. Like a, what has he been up to lately?
Sure.
Kind of thing. Or,
I mean, they did, even at this time, they did some comic book stuff. They did a short comic book run, maybe about 05 or so, about 9 years after this. They were just kind of like Pliskin out, like, the one at this time is probably like a bridge between the two different films where he did them in between, but then there's one called like Snake Plissken's Escape that was in the 2000s that, like I said, didn't run very long, but just like other things he was doing outside of kind of these government ensnared missions, coerced missions.
Did Cundy shoot this one?
No, it was Gary Kibbe again. We've been working with since Prince of Darkness.
Oh, that's right. Cundy did branch off and
Zemeckis, Spielberg, Ron Howard.
Right, he went to make
the big money on the big people.
Yeah.
Projects.
You need to watch Rain Man.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stuff I need. I got a long watch list of stuff I just never get around to watching.
Everyone needs to watch Rain Man. Everyone go home and watch Rain Man after this. And if Dustin Hoffman doesn't make you cry, then, I don't know, don't talk to me anymore.
There's a hot rod for you.
That would have been a great car had they not fucked it up with a paint job.
Yeah.
I love classic cars.
Oh, here's your boy.
This is our 96 version of the Cabby.
Yeah.
His car is looking cherry there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. He's getting it polished. And the guy's selling star maps.
Yeah.
Every little thing. So, I mean, they've got a lot more pulse on L.A. than they did New York.
He's kind of got the same demeanor here as he did in Reservoir Dogs. In that, like, I know what I'm doing, and if you can't keep up with me attitude, then that's your fault, not my fault, pal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the attitude he's giving me.
Don't ever entirely trust them.
Right, exactly.
Right. I mean, he got typecast for a little while, but I think he eventually kind of broke out of that.
I think so too, but this is very much the Reservoir Dog.
This is the thick of it, yeah. Yeah.
Even the speech cadence is nearly identical. Yeah. I hate when people get typecast like that because they keep getting put in the same roles that they're very good at.
Yeah, but there's no room to flex.
Right. Like, you're like, oh, I get it. You're just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And you may be very good at that one thing.
Right. It makes you money, but some people you can definitely tell, like, this guy can do a lot more than what you give him. Yeah.
What have I seen him in recently?
Leland Orser. We covered him in something.
I feel like
he showed up in it was Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy who had the chest burster.
Yep.
Throughout most of the film.
I was trying to rack my brain because I watch stuff all the time. And I'm like, what have I seen this guy in recently?
He's in 100 things.
And I was trying to remember if it was something I watched at home or if it's something that we did here.
Yeah.
You always need a tech nerd.
Yeah.
In these movies. See, he's got a little hair there.
Yeah.
Got a little pony. He needs
it's respectable. Yeah.
Why would the president not just decide this immediately? Like, they've kind of given him the air of he's going to do whatever he wants. And anyway.
Who's going to stop him? Yeah.
Exactly. So, why have we even gone through this whole charade for the first, wherever we're at?
Yeah, first half of the film. More than half.
More than half. I did not identify a midpoint.
Not really, no. It's about 100 minutes long, so we're just past it. So
right, like I don't.
Maybe just him being captured. Doesn't really change the objective in any type of way.
I was going to say, is it the president
saying...
Maybe
it's just the reveal of what the box does, I guess.
Okay.
That it's like an EMP. That they can focus on wherever the heck they want to. What Jones's actual threat is against the president and everyone else.
There's a 90s haircut for you there on that lady.
Yeah, Michelle Forbes, she was... she had a recurring role in Star Trek The Next Generation, and she's just about to be on Homicide: Life on the Street for about 2 seasons after this. So she is very, very good.
I never watched any of those kind of TV shows. Okay. I've never seen, I don't want to say never, but I didn't
Typically
watch...
Not.
I didn't watch any of the Law and Orders.
NYPD
none of them.
Blues.
No. Like... I was interested in NYPD Blue, but it was on at the same time as ER, and I was an ER guy.
Sure, yeah.
And back then, like, there wasn't, unless you paid $500 for TiVo, it was, you either watched it or you missed it.
Yeah, unless you got multiple VCRs to hook up to different cable boxes.
Right, exactly. And in 96... I mean, I was watching ER and Seinfeld, and that was it. And I didn't...
And sometimes you don't set your VCR right. That is
and then you
the
miss
show
it.
you want, and you're kind of screwed.
And when you miss it, you miss it, yeah.
You're screwed to the summer.
So, or,
Now you can watch everything the next day on whatever streaming service is carrying it. So, yeah, people are spoiled now. They don't know what 30 years ago was like.
Whatever show you said that she was on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't watch any of those kinds of shows.
Yeah, but that's where I knew Andre Braugher from, when he was just absolutely incredible.
I don't really know where I know him from. Just being in all the movies.
Yeah, but my God. Pretty sure he won some Emmys. So.
He might have.
I think
I just think I was much more interested in like going to the video store and renting something from the 70s than I was
back
watching.
Back then I really was watching cop shows and whatnot, but
hey, look,
since watched them.
It's the LA Coliseum.
WAF couldn't get that.
No, they could not.
They couldn't get any more fill than they can here, so.
Well, you know who's going to the LA Coliseum?
Oh.
Me.
Yeah, you're going.
In 2 years.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to the goddamn Olympics. And I'm going to be sitting in this building right here.
Look, not nicer than this joint is. No.
Some of the same activities are going to be there, I think.
Maybe not so much blood sports, but...
yeah, I don't think cage fighting and...
battle axes.
I don't think the gun shooting and the battle axing is happening at this particular event that I'm going to. I think I do get to watch some javelin throw on my day that I'm there, though, so that could be interesting. But yeah, famously, the WWF booked this for WrestleMania 7 a year out from their 70,000 in Toronto at 6. And then
had to make up some stories why they couldn't fill the building.
Well, I think they're okay.
Or at least exaggerate the situation.
I think they exaggerated the situation. I think ticket sales were down. However, we did go to war in January.
Yeah.
And
turncoat slaughter.
Correct. And there was a legitimate threat that they could not secure.
He got some hate mail, stuff like that, some things, but...
Well, it was more about the ability to have national security at this open-air venue.
Sure, yeah.
And I think they looked at the ticket sales...
and just said,
Right. And so
they have egg on our faces that much.
They moved it indoors.
Yeah.
To the sports arena.
About 20,000 tops.
Tops. I think it was more like 16 or 17.
I'm just saying that arena probably couldn't fill 20,000.
Correct.
On its best day.
And they were shooting for 100,000 at this venue.
They thought they could get there, but no, that's not that type of card.
I thought he was like not wearing a shirt there for a minute, but it's actually just like a nude colored sweater. By the way, they're in Los Angeles, right? They're in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
Not one of them is wearing a short pant. Is it not warm? Is it not warm in L.A.? There's not one person in this movie wearing a short pant.
Because they're all thin-skinned out there. You give them 50 degrees, they're freezing their butts off.
Wow, that's true.
Over here, it's fine.
We wear shorts down to the 40s.
Don't give a crap. Yeah.
Especially if it goes to 30 and then back up to 45.
Oh, yeah.
Shorts. Heat wave.
Woo.
Like, did they film this in the winter?
Well,
I
don't think I had... Well, this got released in August, so you're probably thinking...
Did they film it in January?
Probably at latest late 95, maybe.
So, I suppose it could have been California cold, right? This is very Olympic.
Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous. Like, all you got to do is play basketball and do well. it's kind of hilarious, but this is also kind of stupid, right?
Yeah. Again, it's we got to do something different than the wrestling match in the first one. And
it is very.
I mean, by mid-90s, I mean, it's not exactly the Lakers here, but basketball was probably their hottest sport in L.A. at the time, I'd imagine. I mean, they couldn't hold on to a football team worth a damn. I don't know.
Yeah, the
Anaheim Angels have been. I mean, that's Anaheim. That's not particularly Los Angeles.
Right.
It's the closest they've got. I mean, Lakers are a franchise, so I guess, I mean, if you're going to do a sport in L.A., it'd probably be basketball.
Well, and obviously, nobody knows 90s basketball like a couple of people from Chicago.
Talk about dynasties in the 90s, man. That's the one you go for.
There is only one.
Yeah.
I love that some of these extras like weren't paying attention and like looking off in the other direction, and just didn't afford to reshoot it.
Speaking of Alien Resurrection,
he's got a big old. No, I wouldn't call that a hook shot. I would just call it a Hail Mary or whatever, buzzer beater, half court.
But Kurt Russell and Sigourney Weaver getting that shot.
Well, yeah. Hey, look, he did it.
Yeah.
What a shocker. I had no idea that he was. I thought he was going to die right now. Roll credits.
Yeah. Who's the hero now?
Right.
Nobody.
And all of a sudden,
Pam Grier hasn't even shown up yet.
How has she not shown up? We're over an hour in.
Yeah, come on.
And this whole crowd that was rooting for his death is now chanting his name?
It almost looked like Isaac Hayes. I don't know if it was him.
I don't think it was.
No. Almost looked like him.
How would he miss?
Plot armor.
Yeah, I guess.
There we go, plot armor.
Oh, another earthquake?
Uh,
A lot of people in this crowd that look like Tom Savini.
Oh.
Tom Savini now.
Tom Savini don't have much of a home left. His
Tom
place
Savini
just burned up.
Yeah.
A bunch of his prized makeup aesthetics and everything.
Yeah, that was a sad story that just came out in the
Last
in
day
the
or
current
two.
events of as we're recording this.
Yeah. How do you don't get John Leguizamo in this film or something? You know, he'd be perfect.
He would. Was he not busy making
I don't know.
Spawn or some shit at
It's
this?
not Spawn yet, but I'm just.
Was that 98?
97?
Okay.
That's a piece of. That was a piece of shit.
Did you do a video on that?
Oh no.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I thought you did a, hey, this movie's a piece of shit kind of video.
No. I still have the old VHS tape I had. I was on a week off from work about a year or so ago. I threw it on. I couldn't get 20 minutes into it. It was fucking terrible. Awful. Just atrocious crap.
I think Steve Buscemi and Johnny Legs are in the same...
Oh yeah, a little bit of the same vibes.
I think if you're looking for...
I'm just looking at all the Hispanics like...
a quirky...
Yeah. I'm just looking at all the Hispanics like... Johnny Legs again. Would have been nice for it.
Terrible names in this movie.
Utopia.
Utopia is a bad name. She looks more like a country singer than she does a...
Loretta Lynn or something.
something, yeah.
A little more sex appeal.
Ooh. I gotta go home and watch Coal Miner's Daughter tonight. God, I love that movie. Tommy Lee Jones nominated for an Oscar for that. He might have... Did he win? No.
One for Fugitive, I know that.
Yeah. I watched The Fugitive again recently.
Not on it?
It was fine, but I don't know if he should have won. I think that was more of a career Oscar than... He was fine. The movie's fine. It's fun.
Me and Trent discussed it a few years back. You can check
Did
it
you
out.
You did a commentary?
Yeah, we chatted about it.
Yeah, I wasn't around for that one.
No.
I haven't seen Trent in years. Trent, if you're out there, hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah.
We have some great commentaries with the three of us.
Yeah. He's scared to shit.
Is he somebody like I don't recognize?
Cliff Robertson. People most know him as Uncle Ben from the first Spider-Man film from Sam Raimi.
Oh, the Tobey Maguire one?
Yeah. He's done stuff all over the place. But that's undoubtedly his most high-profile
Obviously,
role.
that
film made like $1 billion.
Right. That was after this, though. I feel
yeah. Before this, I don't see him here and there.
I think
off the top of my head.
It's interesting to me. I love the psychology of the movie president because typically
he plays a big game, but when it comes down to it, he's a bit of a coward.
I'm just saying in general, the casting of a movie president is typically reserved for
stately folks.
A big name that they bring in, and they're like
Michael Douglas. You're even Bill Pullman, I'd say. He was a reliable character actor.
Morgan Freeman has been the president.
Yeah.
But, like they've had. I think Kathy Bates might have been the president in something.
Something.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like they bring in like an A-lister as a cameo role.
Yeah, kind of a stately.
But in this, they got. I don't want to say he's a nobody.
Well,
but
before we say more, Cliff Robertson won the Academy Award in 1968 for Best Actor for the film Charlie. If you're familiar with it,
is that the Flowers from Algernon adaptation?
Yes, indeed.
All right, great. Okay, I got it.
And then Peter Fonda shows up here.
Peter Fonda would be a great president. Peter Fonda, also Academy Award winner. Not quite as polarizing as Jane Fonda.
Well, she's going to help herself.
No, she absolutely could not.
No. He's having a good time, man.
He always has a good time.
Yeah.
Unlike Hanoi Jane, who is just, I don't know, I feel like it's always something. Like,
sure.
Jane Fonda's exhausting. She
seems like it, yes.
Whether it be the
hard to keep up with.
the political stuff, the advocate, all of the things, the workout video,
give me Bridget Fonda. I'll be fine.
Sure. All right, here we go, surfing. Surfing USA. I feel like this is part of the movie that gets shit on the most.
Just, there's a lot of effect. A lot of effects.
This isn't as bad as...
green screen, process shots. It looks a little hokey.
We're going to revisit this in a couple of months when we talk about the James Bond film.
Oh, yeah, Die Another Day is coming up sooner than you think.
Which is way worse than this, and it came out after
worse,
it.
With way more fucking money than this thing.
That's a good-looking car. It's got some Christine vibes. I mean,
a little bit with the paint job era.
Maybe it's a...
Looks like a caddy.
Little, right, as opposed to a Plymouth Fury.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
There may be a little wink and a nod to his past work.
Yeah.
Stephen King does those Easter eggs,
Yeah. He's earned the right for it.
Almost, right. I mean, he's written 70 novels. Like,
Yeah.
at some point,
You know what?
you forgive him for having...
Cross-pollinate a little bit.
Yeah, God, there's so much cross-pollination. I can't tell you how many different novels where somebody just happened to view a red over white Plymouth Fury, and you're like, if you know, you know, you know?
Reminds me, I need to watch Gerald's Game and Dolores Claiborne.
Oh,
As
yeah,
you mentioned before.
God, Dolores Claiborne is one of my absolute favorite adaptations that's ever happened. He hasn't done anything interesting like that in a hot minute. Like, that's pretty cool with the ship just in downtown LA. But Gerald's Game and Dolores Claiborne were both released, the novels were both released in the same year, and they both take place kind of at the same time, under the same eclipse, which is really cool. Like, they're really not related as far as the stories go, but there's an astrological event that overshadows both of them on the same timeline.
I posted about it some time ago. I was watching the trailer for Gerald's Game. I was like, I got to stop watching this because this looks very interesting. I don't want to see no more. I'll wait to watch it proper.
Well, Mike Flanagan has become...
And that was also the thing. I haven't actually watched any Flanagan stuff, so I figured I'd check out something.
Flanagan has become the foremost authority on Stephen King adaptations recently.
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know how do you write a major character that doesn't show up until
70 minutes
70 minutes into your 100-minute movie. It's a good looking Rockola back there.
There it comes.
And here's the Big Trouble in Little China cast-offs.
Yeah. I think you get the wide shot. Well, it's Ellie Yong.
They were probably all in it. I know that voice. Nope. It's Jackie Brown.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the old, is that a dick or is that a gun joke?
Yeah.
that old
Ace
joke
Ventura. Your gun is digging into my hip.
Fantastic. They do kind of have her made up to be...
Oh, yeah, a little dragish. Which, again,
and
very prevalent in Los Angeles. It's a very prevalent community.
And what is the voice? Like,
I don't know if they dubbed her or they modulated it. I don't know.
It sounds dubbed.
Yeah.
It sounds dubbed. Although, she doesn't look like she's lip syncing. You know what I mean?
No, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it is a modulation.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You think they would do that in post? They'd have to.
Yeah, so they'd have to isolate her recording.
Is she supposed to be...
I mean, it's not that far from what they did in some of the early Elm Street films with Freddy. Especially number 2, I'd say. They really...
Yeah, they did
The first 2, they really kind of pitched it down a little bit, even like Doug Bradley in a couple of Hellraiser films.
Right. Is the character supposed to be like a tranny, or...
Oh, I'm guessing so, yeah.
Anorexic. Now, Jackie, this came out in 96, right?
Yeah, beforehand.
Jackie Brown would have probably been her next role. In theory.
Thereabouts. This comes out about 15 months after this.
Right, it came out Christmas of 97.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she did something small in between.
Yeah.
But she went from... Talk about a career.
Yeah.
She went from being, like, 70s famous...
Yeah.
To being a nobody...
Yeah.
To being, like...
Top of the list.
Top of the list.
For a moment.
Not quite the same...
That's Jeff Amato, the stunt guy I keep talking about. Works at Carpenter a bunch of times. So got him and Al Lee all work on the same film.
The martial arts guy?
Oh, yeah. Brendan Lee's good friend.
He's not the sword guy.
No.
You talked about a different guy that's the sword play guy.
What, the Princess Bride one? Or
yeah.
Whoever. No, that's Bob Anderson.
Bob Anderson.
Yeah.
White guy.
Yeah. I think it was Olympic fencing guy and stuff, too.
Okay. And you said he did all the swords on all the movies.
Star Wars, Princess Bride, Highlander, Mask of Zorro, Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah.
I heard they were maybe talking about doing another Pirates.
Yeah, they're roping in Johnny Depp again. They can probably pay him a shit ton of money.
I stopped after the third one. I hated the third one.
I got to the fourth one, and that's about as far as I got.
I stopped at 3. Oh, now we got parachutes or parasails.
Hang gliders, yeah.
Hang gliders, whatever.
Yeah.
Now it feels like a Batman movie.
A little bit, yeah. Batman Returns a little bit.
Little villain on a hang glider. This set decoration is ridiculous with the heads on the car and the disco ball.
Yeah. Real tacky.
I guess it's...
I mean, again, it's another offshoot from Duke of New York, kind of that same type of aesthetic approach. Happy Kingdom by the Sea because they can't get Disney to sign off on this shit.
Happy Kingdom. A little bit different than the Magic Kingdom.
Surely.
That's a kind of a neat shot.
Yeah.
I'm sure a matte painting plus...
Yeah. Some live action composite.
Kind of, it might have been similar to that scene in Elm's Dream Master with Kincaid.
Oh, yeah, the pulling out to the... Above the junkyard, yeah.
Where they start in the junkyard and then it goes to the miniatures and then it goes to the matte painting.
Hot piece of work.
It's just camera pulling back. That's pretty great. There were so many people in the 80s that looked like this character here with the
beret,
the red beret.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what stereotype they're trying to pull into.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it it wasn't a Vietnam thing? I don't think.
No idea.
I don't really know.
Also, part of this film works a little better in retrospect with the countdown sequence because the whole they're pulling the swerve on you, the fact that Pliskin never was infected with anything. It was just like a regular flu virus or something like that. What they reveal at the end of the film. So in retrospect, when you watch it again, you realize if that timer expires, then Pliskin realizes I'm not going to die. Just going to fuck off on you.
Right.
You got no more leverage.
Right. And that wasn't the case in New York, right? The New York one was real. Okay.
Yeah, Houck was all straightforward with them. If I'm going to fuck with you, I'm going to fuck with you for real. These guys, not as much scruples. Despite the fact how much they go on about morality and all that type of stuff. very duplicitous. And
I'm like obsessed with those overhead shots.
And they're all really good.
That was like a live action overhead into a miniature, into a matte painting, is my guess. I know I can fly it, but how do I stop it?
Yeah, how do you land it? It's another skill entirely.
Isn't it interesting that he would say, "Would you please kill him?" And 8 people pull a gun, but they don't kill him. And then he says, "Wait," and the people don't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, he's playing all sides of the coin. I mean, it's a very signature Buscemi role of this era, like you've said, like slimy, weaselly,
right?
Gonna suck up whoever's got the biggest ace card on the table.
I was trying to look up when Fargo came out.
It was like
and that was in March. So that would have... God, Steve Buscemi's great in Fargo. Fargo, I thought was going to win Best Picture. I went to the goddamn English Patient.
Oh.
Because it's sweeping epic. Sweeping epic.
That's such Oscar bait.
Yeah. As opposed to, crime thriller.
Yeah.
Dark comedy.
Yeah. Clever, inventive.
Yeah.
Smart.
Fargo's fucking good. Frances McDormand won.
Oh, yeah, well. She's golden. All the time.
Yeah, she's won more than once. She's in a very small club.
Yeah. With actresses, yeah, especially. I'll say, aside from Buscemi, I don't think the villains are quite as...
Cuervo is kind of...
He's kind of like stock.
He's all... kind of all sizzle and no steak. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they show him being dastardly enough throughout the movie.
Yeah.
To make you feel like he's a real threat.
Yeah.
Because, like, even in the basketball sequence, he threatened... And then when he lost his game, he's like, I'm going to kill him anyway. And then he just didn't.
Yeah.
And so it's like, he's all talk and no walk.
Yeah, yeah.
For me.
I feel like when you had Duke of New York, he had... Isaac Hayes felt like he brought a lot to the table for the character. Not just dressing him up, but just like he had the little eye twitch. He had a little bit of a troop around him. Like
he had an idea, is what you're saying?
He had an idea. He had a clear thing, like, I'm just gonna try and get out of this thing and try to leverage the president for my own means and stuff like that. So it's a very simple, clear type of objective there. I don't really know what Cuervo's kind of overall goal is, aside from I'm gonna hold this thing over top of you to prevent you from blowing us up or something else like that. So they're all very content here. He's running the show here. What else does he need?
That's one of those...
Just to keep them off their backs from blowing us to smithereens. That's about it.
That's kind of a Chainsaw 2 pick-em-up truck there, isn't it?
A little bit.
They're still on that goddamn bridge in Chainsaw 2.
Oh, man.
Goes on for 6 miles long.
Yeah. Coat back.
I do like that little beat that he gets the coat.
Yeah, we glossed. I don't think it really came up quite as often because they had the first film. They had the running joke of, "Oh, I thought you were dead." Every time kind of encounter Snake Plissken. This one's like, "Oh, I thought you'd be taller" or something else like that. a lesser kind of running gag they went with in various points in this film.
But they still went with one.
Yeah. Not like they needed it at all. So.
The old tie a rope to the helicopter gag.
I mean, as it is, I mean, it's not a bad film in any type of way, no. But I don't feel like this is something that would garner $100+ million at the box office in '96.
Especially after Independence Day is like...
Yeah. Which has been building steam since the Super Bowl spot they put out.
Right. I mean, and it's just... From a grandiose...
It feels like a cult action
accomplishment.
Film.
Like a, you know...
Yeah.
It's a big Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
This feels like
action
a low budget.
And a little bit of star power here and there. You can feel kind of the budget overall. The effects make it more questionable in that regard. But yeah, it feels like a cult action film, not a blockbuster smash success.
This.
Yeah, this.
Oh,
L.A.
I was talking about Independence Day.
Yeah, in terms of comparative.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
Yeah.
Comparing Fargo to The English Patient.
Right.
You know, it's...
Right.
Although Fargo is 10 times the movie that this is.
I'm not even going to compete. Curious what else came out around this.
In the late summer
of
'96?
Give me a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. Pull up the calendar there. We can discuss the competition.
Anything else? That's it.
I started working in the movie theater in August of 1997. And so I'm about a year out.
Well, from like late July, Peter Jackson, The Frighteners come out, which doesn't perform well because they really should have released it in October. Trainspotting comes out, so that's a big indie hit.
That one had a bigger cult following on video.
Time to Kill comes out, which is a solid. Solid flick.
That was a big one.
A couple of small things. Kingpin, solid comedy hit.
I saw that in the cinema.
Same here. And getting into August, you get Chain Reaction, which is a Keanu Reeves film, which I've never actually seen. I don't think it was a real big hit.
I didn't watch that one either.
Matilda comes out, and
Matilda was a family.
Basquiat, not like big films. Jack comes out from frickin' Coppola, which it sticks at the box office, I think. That wasn't well regarded. Alaska comes out from random people.
I don't even think I know that.
Bordello Blood comes out, which did not perform well.
No, this is not a good time of year.
Yeah, Tony Scott from The Fang comes out, which I don't think was well regarded. I mean, Tin Cup comes out. That was a
Tin Cup is
that was
fantastic.
A solid success from Costner.
Great film.
Yeah. Couple, I think, lists some direct-to-video stuff, but that's not relevant. Island of Dr. Moreau hits, and that was a disaster. Brando, Kilmer.
Yeah, I remember the hype, and then...
Yeah. Mario Van Peebles film Solo, so like, very Brady sequel, Crow's Sea of Angels, so you get into the end of August, and it's a lot of like... There's a lot of stuff that's not going to take off. I mean, the further you get into August, it's just kind of like the dregs.
Right.
You're not expecting much. You're kind of coasting on the fumes.
And that little box is really...
Satellite EMP.
Yeah. And here comes our country music star. parading as the president's daughter. I thought that you had another hologram trick here.
Oh,
but
yeah, it's coming up.
Aha.
In that regard, it's playing off the first film where he swapped the tape on the president.
Oh, right,
With,
right. There really are...
Cold Fusion, or I think it was Energy Summit.
I guess I wasn't as familiar. Like, I don't have the first one memorized to be able to...
Yeah, pick up the beats.
Right. And it's not like they went out and said this is a remake.
No.
So, it is... I would honestly... The biggest correlation I could make is with the Twister films, and I know you can't speak to that just yet, but Twisters is a sequel, but there's... I mean, it's really not.
Yeah,
it's
not continuing anyone's story. It's just kind of like another film set in the same scenario.
Right, and it's exactly the same movie,
sure,
with the same beats, and the characters just mixed up in a little different blender.
Yeah.
How do you enforce that?
Yeah.
So you're saying that two men can't be married in this America?
No red meat, so you...
Well, it said no women unless you're married. So that would mean that two men could be together because that's not against the rules.
Well...
Right? Because two men means no women. That means no women.
They didn't specify that closely, so...
This is a very progressive America, then.
Oh, Jesus. No.
No?
That's me saying Jesus is about the wrong reaction. I don't know, man. Here we go.
It's got that hair dye is bad.
Yeah. Got that spray. Thicking out your hair.
Right.
From this era. On the 2 a.m. infomercial.
Right. Might have been a Ron Popeil hairspray.
Sounds right.
Whatever it was called. I forget what that one was called.
Yeah. You didn't have enough for a Flowbee. You had to spray it on. Neither one probably looked all that good.
Man, the Flowbee was a big hit, though.
Oh, yeah. Just attach it to the vacuum cleaner. Oh, boy. Things they came up with. It sold probably a few million units.
Oh, I imagine they made a boatload of money on the Flowbee.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they pulled this off. Like,
they were standing 2 feet in front of them.
Well, where is the projection coming from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get away with the argument that it's a hologram when they're in the, interrogation room.
Yeah.
Holograms are interesting to me, and I don't feel like you could ever pull it off with any real degree of, conviction.
Yeah, but this ending, the ending alone really makes this film for me. It's just absolutely perfect. his complete middle finger to absolutely everyone. Yeah.
The past 500 years.
Maybe about 150, maybe, since the Industrial Revolution, maybe.
Didn't they say this was set in 1998?
Is it 2013?
Oh.
The earthquake happened in 98.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which would take place about a year after the events of the first film.
Okay. 2013.
Yeah.
Which at that point, the country is only 235 years old.
Yeah.
500 so 500 years
is close about when someone discovered this country. This land
1492 is.
And they deal with electricity and fucking shit back in the olden times.
Right, 1492 plus 500 is 1992.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I love that he's taking credit for old Chris Columbus.
There we go.
If it's 2013, where's all the cell phones? Everybody had a cell phone in 2013. I know we've talked about this a bunch of times in our various, over the years, commentaries about the future.
Yeah.
And how you have to use your present tense guessing of all the things in the future.
No one ever gets it right.
Nobody ever, right.
No matter how far you try and stretch it, eventually we catch up to it. It's like, I haven't gotten that far along yet.
It's either you really overshoot.
Your Back to Future Part 2s, flying cars and shit like that, and get some things close to right, but enough things are a little too far ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Or you completely miss the mark.
Yeah. It's the White Zombie track they got a music video for. Who else is on the stunt team?
I don't know. Anybody?
There's a lot of stunts.
So many stunts.
He's never had this many stunt people on a film before.
No, there's 80 people.
Oh, yeah.
More.
Oh, yeah.
There's your budget.
Yeah, stunt. That's where the money is. I mean, that's where the stunts and the action sequences, everything like that. That's where the real muscle of a film comes from.
You gotta pay all these union people.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many days it took to shoot this thing.
I have no idea.
It's got to be at least a month.
I mean, one thing everyone's saying, like, Kurt Russell he was the best guy on the set. He was there on post-production, watching everything. So he was almost acting like a producer.
I thought he did have a producer credit.
I think he might have.
He did have a producer credit.
Either way, but he was very involved. He wasn't like an overbearing type of guy. He's like easiest guy to work with. I mean, he knows the industry all over the place. He's worked with so many people. So it's like he knows how everything works.
He really has kind of become grandfathered in.
Yeah.
And I would think that he's the kind of guy that would just get kind of anything he wants.
Yeah.
You know?
And not be an egotist about it in that regard.
No.
A very positive reinforcement of personality.
I guess, I don't want to paint him as a...
Yeah. After everything that happened on Tombstone, where the original director gets fired, then they have to bring in someone else, because it was already a SAG thing at the time, or a DGA thing more. The fact is that a actor on the film couldn't usurp and take over the production, because Eastwood did that apparently, I think, on Outlaw Josie Wales. And they got very upset. I saw a video on that recently. There's Rick Baker. So Kurt had to kind of like bring George Cosmatos, but it's like a lot of things were saying like Kurt was basically running the set overall. So the guy who can handle that and take care of things and deal with the logistics of production and keep everything very much on a good track to still make a film that most people think it's a very fantastic film.
I don't think that
There's
he's
a lot of credit. That he didn't go out there and start flexing his muscle and saying...
Right, he's not a dictator type.
Or just like going out and press saying, I took care of this thing, I took all this thing, trying to absorb it up into an ego. It's like, he was just out there, it's like, we made a good film that I'm very proud of. And didn't have to suck away credit for himself, so...
I think this was very much...
Character.
This is just something fun to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is, I'm bored, let's do something fun.
Working with Carpenter. I mean, worked with him multiple...
At least four times
on theatrical features, and they did that Elvis TV movie thing back in, like, 1980, so... I mean, when Carpenter got his Hollywood Walk of Fame, there's Kurt Russell right next to Keith David.
Right. Now, there's also talk of that coming back, too.
Huh? What?
The Thing.
Oh.
There's... Apparently they're working on some sort of follow-up to that.
We'll see what happens. Who knows?
I hope
Carpenter
not.
will say anything as long as it gets him a paycheck, really. He's upfront about that type of stuff, you know? Hey,
right.
Give me some money.
I don't want anything to do with another Halloween film, but if you want to pay me for the IP...
Money. Especially on Halloween, because he wrote the original script.
He loves mailbox money. Yeah. Mailbox money.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got, all the score.
Oh, yeah. All the soundtrack, the royalties, all that type of stuff.
Everything.
His tour is going on. He's having He's having a good time. So, yeah, and some ways, ESCAPE from L.A., it's okay. I mean, a lot of people will be the stinging points. If you just remember it from long ago, you look at these kind of bad digital effects and everything like that, it kind of stands out in memory, but it's fine enough.
I like it. I think it's fun.
Enough. It's more like it. So that the pacing, the action is more dynamic than the first film. So I think it's more just maybe people have a little bit of a stinging point that they don't feel maybe the script is quite as fresh.
It didn't vary enough from the original. Yeah.
So
I get it.
There was always talk about a Escape from Earth film, but it never ended up happening, and so on and so forth. So especially with this one not performed well below expectations.
Well, now we'd get $100 million budget and
give it to someone who make it happen. But
right.
Anyway, guys, so I'd like to hear your thoughts about it, and thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.